Hello again, everyone. This is American Idioms, Part 39. This is the 39th video in my American Idiom series, and like the others, I'll present 5 idioms to you numbered 191 to 195. But first, I'll give you the chance to guess their meanings. Then I'll explain each of their meanings to you using additional examples to help you to understand them better. So, are you ready? Okay, here we go. Number 191, in the bag. And the example is, I know we're ahead by many points, but the game isn't in the bag yet because the other team still has time to come back and beat us. Can you guess the meaning? The answer here is C, to be assured or certain of success, and that's what it means if something is in the bag. Now, the person in the example is talking about a game where they are ahead by many points. So this is kind of a warning to the other players or another player that the game might not be over. They might not have achieved success yet. So be careful because the team could come back. So the game isn't in the bag yet. They haven't won the game yet. Here's another example. The governor knew that the election was in the bag for him after he saw the early results coming in. So in this case, the governor, maybe he figured that he had already won the election because he was reading the early results as they came in, and they were all for him, probably. So he thought that, or maybe he even knew that with these early results, that the election was in the bag. Got it? That's what it means. All right, here's number 192, in hot water. And the example is, the mayor found himself in hot water with his constituents over a controversial statement about immigration that he made. Can you guess the meaning? The answer here is A, in a troublesome or difficult situation, and that's what it means if someone is in hot water. Like our example, the mayor, he made a statement about immigration, which was probably controversial either way, and many of his constituents, that means the people who he represents, didn't like it. So he was in trouble, or he was in a difficult situation. Here's another example. My friend Philip got in hot water with his parents last night when he came home an hour after his curfew. And in this case, this person's friend got into a difficult situation with his parents when he came home past his curfew. He was supposed to be home at a certain time, but he came home late or past his curfew. All right? So he was in hot water. That's what it means. Okay, number 193, rack one's brain. And the example is, I spent all day racking my brain, but I couldn't remember where I put the book I borrowed from the library. Can you guess the meaning? Did you guess C, to struggle to recall or think about something? If you did, you are correct. And that's what the person was talking about in the example. He was trying to recall where he put the book that he borrowed from the library. All right? He was racking his brain. He was trying to think of where he put it. That's what it means. Here's another example. Last week, my coworker and I racked our brains most of the week trying to think of a solution to our production problems in our department. In this case, the person and their coworker were trying to think of a solution for their production problems. All right? They were racking their brains. They were trying very hard to think of this solution. And that's what it means, in this context anyway, to rack your brain. Got it? All right. Here's number 194. Raring to go. And the example is, my son and I really love fishing. So we were raring to go as soon as we woke up this morning. Can you guess the meaning? The answer here is B, to be very eager or excited to start something. And in our example, the person and his son were very excited and eager to go fishing because they loved it. So they went as soon as they woke up in the morning, right? They were raring to go as soon as they woke up. Here's another example. We were raring to go when we began our new project at work. But after we encountered many problems, we lost most of our early enthusiasm. In this case, in the beginning of their project, they were very eager to begin, right? They wanted to start. But as they progressed, they encountered a lot of problems. So then they lost a lot of this enthusiasm, a lot of this eagerness to begin the project. And now our final idiom, number 195, read the riot act. And the example is, I was read the riot act by my supervisor after I was late for work for the second time this week. Can you guess the meaning? The answer here is C, to warn or reprimand someone severely. And that's the case in our example, where the person was late for work for the second time in that same week, and then their supervisor reprimanded them, or let's say yelled at them for doing so. That's what to read the riot act means. If somebody reads it to you, they warn you or reprimand you. Here's another example. Our teacher read our entire class the riot act after everyone got low scores on their math exams. In this case, the teacher read the riot act to the students because of their poor scores on the math exams. He or she was probably reminding them, you better not get a low score again, or you're going to be in trouble. The teacher was warning them and reprimanding them. He or she was reading them the riot act. That's all for this video. Thank you very much for subscribing, and please share this video if you get a chance. And do one more thing. Keep practicing. See you next time.